Hey y'all, if y'all want to learn why you should move in silence and my little tricks or tips on how you should do it, whether you're a social media person or just in your regular life, then stay tuned and watch this video so you can be a boss biatch in silence. Okay, can you recall a time when you was like on your phone and you was like scrolling through social media and then you see like somebody emotional on their story like, oh, my baby daddy done ran off with my money, like you gonna regret what you did. Like, you either been it or you seen it. It's not new. I mean, you shouldn't feel ashamed of it if you did. It is what it is. But I just feel like we could just be moving a little bit quietly, honestly. And like, this whole video is simply my opinion. It is my take. Might be controversial. Some of y'all might do this. Trust me, I did this before, okay? I did this from like high school all the way up until freshman year of college. I didn't stop doing this until like sophomore year. So like when I was like, what, like 19? In that 19 to 20 range, that's when I stopped doing that, because I was like, I'm just trying to look out for y'all and just tell y'all my reasoning as to like why that's just not cute and why you shouldn't do it either, so you could appear better on social media and just like live better. Because honestly, like for me personally, posting my life on social media, it was cool for a little bit, you know, when some people responded, but then at some point I was like, damn, like I must look dumb, I must look stupid. Thing about it is, at some point that gets annoying. It gets annoying really quick. Why do we do this? Why do we post our whole lives on social media? Why do we post every little thing that people do to us and how people wronged us? It's because we feel alone. We don't feel understood. We feel ostracized, or however you pronounce that word. Sometimes we really do want a little bit of sympathy by somebody who doesn't know us that well or that personally. We just want to be understood by somebody. Like, it's okay to admit that sometimes you just want somebody to feel bad for you. We want people to know that like we're going through shit, we're having a hard time. We want people to be able to see that, to be able to see that like, yo, like I'm not perfect, like I'm going through shit. Sometimes we could also just want like instant gratification, or just like, you know, we want somebody to make us feel better. You know, sometimes you want it directed at a specific person because you know that if that person sees it, they're gonna make you feel better. I feel like the reason why we should stop doing this is because we look dumb. Like, to put it simply, you look dumb. You look a little desperate. You look like you want attention. We appear needy, weak, childish, and annoying. Like, it really gets like boring real quick, because I've seen other people's story and I've seen other people do this, and I felt the same feelings of like, damn, like, all right, like we get it. Also, when we do this, we appear bothersome, so we kind of like lower our own value. We weaken ourselves. This isn't really about like being vulnerable or being authentic on social media. This is kind of like, okay, like it feels like now you're just doing it to get some attention. Okay, like people don't need to know every little thing that happens in your personal life. That is your personal life. What starts to happen is that eventually, subconsciously, people start to actually mirror and project these things that you see post about yourself, and they project that onto how they view you. So if you're constantly posting about all of these things that are hurting you, people are going to start perceiving you as weak. They'll start perceiving you as needy, as annoying. Even if you're not, and you're just posting because you want to feel better, because you want somebody out there to hear you, people are just going to start looking at you differently in like a negative way, subconsciously or not. And sometimes either these people pity you, or they might just like laugh at you, because like honestly, people honestly don't really give a fuck. I told y'all my reasonings. If y'all want to stick around and figure out how you could do it, here are the steps on how to move in silence. This also applies to somebody who wants to be an influencer. You want to have a social media presence. You can still move in silence and still influence and still post content. You don't have to share every single little detail about your life just because you're an influencer. So the first thing, which is kind of funny because my channel's name is Johanna's Diary, but my first tip is to stop using your social media as your personal diary. Buy yourself a real diary off of Amazon. They got it at Walmart, Target. It's less than $20. I mean, if you want to get bougie with it, they might be a little bit over $20. There's also an app on your phone. It's called Reflectly. I promise y'all, I am not sponsored. I wish I was. That would be dope. For free, get a journal on your phone and actually write down what happens to you when you feel, oh my God, like you know, like when you feel overwhelmed, write it down. When you feel happy, write it down. That way you're gonna feel less inclined to post it on social media. My second tip, if you're making a post with the specific goal of targeting a person, yeah, I'm talking to you. I've done it too. But if you're doing that with the intent of getting somebody's attention, stop being a wiener and hit them up, okay? If you feel like somebody did you wrong, it's as simple as saying, hey, I don't appreciate that you did XYZ and it made me feel ABC3125. It's that simple to communicate with somebody. Look, the truth of the matter is sometimes people are really clueless. They don't know that they did something to you. Sometimes we think, oh my God, like they should know that they hurt me. They should know that, you know. No, like people are not geniuses. They don't live in your brain. They don't understand how something that they did with no ill intention sometimes, they don't know how or why that affected you. They have no clue unless you tell them, you know, and then you see if they change. If they don't, you know, it's a lot about them. Whatever. Y'all need to really stop thinking that people are just out there trying to spite y'all, trying to like hurt y'all feelings on purpose. Most of the time it's not like that, and if you live your life thinking that people are just out to get you or people are hurting you intentionally all the time, then you're wrong. Most people don't hurt people intentionally. They hurt people because that's just human nature. We're not perfect. My third tip, you are so much more attractive when you're mysterious. I don't even know if this is really a tip. This is more of like an explanation or like another reasoning, I guess. People are so in awe of Alexa Demie because she has this like mystery challenge. She has this like quality about her. She doesn't post all of her private stuff on social media. Zendaya, for example, she does the same thing. All of her stuff on social media is about her work. It's about her photo shoots. It might feel very personal and close to us because there's a tactic to everything, but she's not putting every single moment of her life on social media, and that's when you want more. And like, you want to know what she's doing, you want to know what she's eating for breakfast, but she's not giving it to you. I'm not saying that that's bad. It was just like a quick example of like, you know, she's just not telling you every single detail. And me and Tom had an argument because he didn't respect, like, she's not telling you all that, and that adds to the mystery and the like attraction. Number 4, be selective and picky about what you share about yourself, about your wants, needs, desires, all of that. People honestly do not need to know that you just farted for the first time in your 4th boo of the month's house. And again, like I said earlier, it subconsciously or consciously affects how they perceive you. Also, different social medias have different levels of like closeness. For example, I wouldn't post the same thing on Snapchat that I would on Instagram, or vice versa. Snapchat, maybe you could be a little bit more, you know, it's like you send it out to them or whatever and it disappears in 2 seconds. But like on a platform like Instagram where it's like so permanent, there's just no need for that, you know? Gauge how much you share based on the platform, especially if you're trying to be an influencer. Number 5, this is not a social media one. This one is just like in your personal life. Stop telling all of your best friends all of your personal information, all of the new tea, all of the new gossip, all of your private information, because everybody's not trustworthy. And I promise you, I know y'all been friends for like 6 months and like you trust her with your life. She doesn't need to know everything about you. You can know somebody for 2 years and you might have did something that really ticked them off, and now they're gonna get back at you, and guess what? They have a whole arsenal full of shit they can use against you. Don't trust everybody. This is the lesson my mom and my grandmother tried to drill into my thick ass skull, and it never went through. But like eventually it did start going through. But it's just like, you will know who are your really close friends, and you know the ones that you don't know enough, you don't trust enough. You shouldn't tell them every single little piece of your business. Point number 6, give your ideas time to cook. When you share a big idea with someone and they're like slow or not slow, if they're like small-minded, they're gonna kill your dream. They're gonna kill your idea. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? It's so dumb. It's so stupid. If you believe in something, or they can steal your ideas. So honestly, just keep your ideas to yourself. You don't have to share your ideas with everyone. Also, I heard this thing the other day. I don't know if it was a meme or a TikTok, but it was like, stop asking people for advice, because if you do that, if you go your life without asking people for advice, you have complete control over your life. And as long as you're okay with that, then like you can go on a really fun ass ride, like, and you're bound to mess up anyways, even if you hear people's advice. But I wouldn't take that completely, because you know, other people have gone through a lot of experiences that you can, like, you know, get stuff from. Kind of balance that, like, listen to people's, like, what have they gone through, you know, but at the same time, it's okay to mess up and like do whatever, so you can learn from that yourself and have your own advice to give. Number 7 is 6 and 7 kind of go along with each other, giving your ideas time. Sometimes you don't want to tell somebody, oh, let's go to Vegas, but you haven't thought out that completely. So sometimes you want to like give it some time so you can decide if you're really going to Vegas, because if not, then you just seem flaky. Move in silence. When you make your decision, be firm on your decision. If you have a music video that's coming out, that you have a music video that you want to do 10 months in advance, and tell them the whole plot line of your music video, because guess what, they're gonna steal that idea and they're gonna do it themselves. So instead, just put up the music video when it's out. No music video coming out in 6 days. What? When did she do that? And then you out here putting out all the behind the scenes and stuff. What? That is fire. You just build up hella momentum. 8, coming along, like, these all topics, they like mesh in together. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, listen to me. Robbers gonna rob, okay? Stop underestimating the robbers. If you tell people the whole plot line of your music video, they will steal the whole plot line of your music video. So move in silence. If you post the lyrics to a song you're working on, they're going to steal the lyrics. Subconsciously or not, it's already in their head. They read it, it's registered in their head, and their song is gonna come out first than yours, because one, you didn't move on it quick enough, and two, why are you posting your lyrics? 9, bad energy is real. I'm Dominican. We are hella in tune spiritually, and like, we're all about vibes and intention and all of that stuff. There's like a saying that you don't post your newborn baby because people send bad energy. This is not on purpose. It could be subconscious. It could be very conscious. If the baby's daddy's ex looks at a picture of your baby and she's like, ew, that's an ugly ass baby, that energy is going transferred to your baby. I know a lot of people aren't spiritual, but if you're spiritual, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, that bad energy is gonna bounce onto that child. You don't want everybody to know every little thing that's going on with you. But once you do that, they don't have stuff to send energy to. So I know that's kind of like a topic where people are just like, all right, here she go with the crazy, weird spiritual shit. Yes, here I go. So lastly, my 10th tip is to protect yourself and your good vibes. Protect your aura, protect your energy. I know that sometimes you want to share shit, but at the end of the day, there are haters out there. There are people who are going to hate on you subconsciously or consciously. Either they can't have what you have, or they wish that they did, or whatever the case may be. Just be humble, be happy, be appreciative, and be selective as to what you share with people. You don't have to share everything. We need to stop expecting validation from everyone. I've been in the place where I've taken a set of pictures and I posted it on Instagram looking for this instant gratification. and then it didn't get enough likes, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I looked worse than I thought I did. That has nothing to do with how I looked. It has everything to do with algorithm and just the pictures themselves and just like competition, and like so much goes on that it's not even about me. And like we do this so much, we kill ourselves because this post didn't get enough likes, it didn't get enough comments, it didn't get enough engagement, this, that, and third. But at the end of the day, like sometimes you just don't need to be posting that, you know what I mean? Even in general, like scratch out the whole social media thing. If you're telling everyone all of your business all the time, that just leaves it open for them to judge, comment, put their 2 cents in where there's no vending machine. It's just not needed. Be grateful, be humble, be appreciative of everything you have, and move quietly. Again, mystery is sexy as hell. People are attracted to that. When people don't see or hear you for a whole year and then you pop out looking good as hell, and they actually like, oh, what you been up to? And you tell them like 1 or 2 things, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm working at so-and-so company. What? That's the moving in silence too. It gives you so much more appeal, so much more attraction, so much more umph. If you telling people all of your business, they never gonna be excited because they're just like, oh, I already know what you're doing. Take care of yourselves first, and then you can take care of others. Okay, put yourself first. Be grateful, be thankful, be humble. So y'all, definitely let's continue this conversation down in the comments below. Tell me your thoughts, if you have any more tips as to how to move in silence, or why you should not. Honestly, I love to argue, so like, you know, let's do it. Okay, if you guys enjoy this content, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the post notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next motherfucking video. Okay.